they might come in for something else. Let's say they come in for, lower back pain, but they don't even think to mention, yeah, I do struggle with migraines or headaches, or I know.
All right. Hello, Genesis Nation. I am really excited to have with us today Paul Timko with Stopain Clinical. And, we're always looking to help you leverage technology so that you can create your dream practice. And Paul's product here, which is a specific product, it's not digital technology. I would say that it's I don't even know if it's pharmaceutical technology, but that doesn't fit in the chiropractic field, but it's, I would say, biological technology.
Love it.
So you have a great pain relief cream that is used throughout the chiropractic profession and other professions. And I wanted to just share that with our audience so they have access to this and another resource to help their patients, move from a lifestyle of just constantly dealing with symptoms, but also this is teaching patients how to take care of themselves and move forward. So, and this is a great opportunity. So first, can you tell us a little bit about Stopain?
Sure. No, thanks for that introduction. Great to be with you again. And it was great meeting you officially, about a month ago. Time is flying by out at Dr. J's chiropractic business summit. So
Yes.
Thank you for the time today.
You're welcome.
Yep, Paul Timko. I'm not a chiropractor, but I spend really the majority of my time with chiropractors, and it goes way back. I've been doing this for really over a decade now. I've always been a medical device, and about 12 years ago, I really took a little bit of a right turn to focus on what we call like the hands-on healthcare profession, right? So chiropractic, rehab, athletic training, and massage therapy. And I worked with a company called Performance Health. And at that time, we manufactured products like TheraBand, BioFreeze, which is a topical pain relief that we'll talk a little bit about today. And then I started my own company called InReach Health, and we help companies basically bring their wellness fitness products to chiropractic, to physical therapy, and really with an education basis. So where technology comes in is I actually, along the way, when I had my own company, I had the opportunity to merge with one of my clients, which is called Troy Healthcare, which is the owner of the brand Stopain Clinical. And they were also the original manufacturer of BioFreeze many years ago. And they did that for about 10 years. And really the technology aspect is that this is one of the few companies, Troy Healthcare, in the world that actually owns a brand, Stopain Clinical, and formulates, manufactures topical products specific to topical pain relief. And the owners of the company, Anthony Sassini, and his group, his family business that he has, they reached out to me and they said, hey, we want to make sure we take Stopain Clinical and build it up and support chiropractic and these hands-on healthcare professionals. I said, well, that's where my love is, and that's where my passion is. So before I even joined the company, I had an opportunity to evaluate the product and send it out to all my chiropractic and rehab friends. And because I wanted to feel it. I spent how many years out there, educating people on the benefits of BioFreeze, and they had some changes along the way. Well, I had the opportunity to really try this product and have like 50 of my clinical friends try it, and wow, it certainly delivers. And I'll share a little bit about why it's different, what sets it apart. But really, one of the key things is that it's this in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, of all places. There's this facility that specializes in formulating products, gels, sprays, in different formats for menthol topical pain relief.
Okay. Now, if it has a certain amount of menthol, does that categorize it as like a pharmaceutical because you can buy it over the counter, obviously. Now, so I have another question follow from there, but so
I got that one.
What's the categorization?
Yeah, so it's an over-the-counter topical analgesic. So many years ago, there was the FDA established a monograph, and what a monograph allows people to do is, as long as they follow guidelines and certain regulations within and how they formulate the product and also how they market the product, what's on the label, what's on the drug facts label, that they can actually have I would say kind of a standard way to market. So as long as you follow the rules and promote your product properly, you can actually go out there and be part of this OTC topical analgesic. And so Stopain Clinical is 10% menthol, and that's considered an active ingredient. There's other active ingredients approved for topical analgesics, but you have to make sure that you don't have too high of a concentration, and ultimately you find the optimal amount. And over 25 plus years, the Troy Healthcare team really came up with a great formulation in this case with 10% menthol, so that's the active ingredient, and then it has inactives like MSM, glucosamine for joint health.
Awesome.
There's all eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil, and also, and we'll get into this, specific technology to help with penetration, absorption, and how it performs over time.
So is that what differentiates it from other products like BioFreeze, like its ability to absorb and penetrate?
Yeah, so you'll see, like, there's a lot of good products out there. BioFreeze is certainly a good product. It wouldn't have the success that it's had over the years. But you get into, I always kind of like relate to like new Coke situation.
Yeah.
When you have a big fan base of a product, you want to, they rely on it, right? It becomes their comfort zone, that they get used to that product and how it feels. So with all that success, you don't want to really upset the apple cart too much, right? So in the case of Stopain Clinical, it's a relatively new brand. It started as, there was a retail brand called Stopain, but the owners formulated, about a little over 5 years ago, Stopain Clinical, and they were able to start from scratch in a way, use all their experience, their expertise, but then say, well, why don't we address the fact that some products fall off the skin when you're trying to apply it?
Yeah.
Or it has a really intense cooling sensation. Well, you don't want that intensity. You just want more of a soothing therapeutic, or you want the ingredients to penetrate better. Or what are the newer inactives that we can put in that will have some additional benefits versus just menthol? And what is the optimal amount of menthol? Those types of things. So they were able to have this blank canvas and say, let's make sure we formulate with the newest, latest technology. And that's really what sets Stopain Clinical apart from really anything else out there.
Awesome. And as a chiropractor, practicing chiropractor, do you have to keep storage, or can you drop ship?
Yeah, so we're built in the way that we've kind of set up our partnership with chiropractors is that it's at a price to where you want to have it on site. So that way, and the typical from a business standpoint, we have patient sizes of gel, spray, roll-on, so different delivery formats. So for example, like a roll-on would be hands-free, so the end user doesn't have to get it on their hands if they don't want.
Yeah.
And it also feels good as you're rolling it on. Spray is for like hard to reach spots. There's pump dispensers for in-clinic use. So during treatment, during the visit, or with other modalities, our product works well with kinesiology tape or iStim and those types of things. So, and we have packets for practice building and sampling out in the community events with like running events. So there's a whole toolkit that we provide, that we become an extension of that clinic's team to make sure that we're helping them build their practice, provide pain relief in their community. So we price it in a way that you can also make a profit off of it. So the rule of thumb is that most products in chiropractic are built to where you can keystone it. So if you buy it for $7, you sell it for $14 or $15, and that's still the value's great. It's also HSA, FSA eligible in the case of topical analgesic, so those patients can use it for that. And it's very competitive to what people would see at a Walmart or a Target or an Amazon. In our case, we're exclusive to healthcare professionals, so they're not going to find it there, but they might find other topicals. But this is a clinical professional product that they can get from you, and this is temporary pain relief. The goal is to actually bring people to a chiropractor and educate them on the benefits of chiropractic, to say, we only have our product available there because they can help you with the underlying cause of that pain.
And I found, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I found that, dealing with different products over the years, where I'm selling them in the office, but then you can find it on Amazon or on another website, and then I'm being undersold. So just to repeat that, you can't buy it in a store, you can't buy it on Amazon. You can only get it directly through your company, through these chiropractic offices.
Yeah, and that's actually, I mean, we're proud of that, and that's part of, it's really two things. It's our commitment to hands-on healthcare professionals, but we also want the best experience possible for the end user. If you just buy a product, from Amazon, you might not. First off, you might not get the product you intended to get because you're
Yeah.
just kind of shopping and clicking and buying, right? And you get it. But the other thing is that you're not addressing the underlying issue. Yeah, it's helping you. We're glad that you're using a topical pain relief solution because you're not using an NSAID or an opioid for that pain relief, but you are also not addressing that underlying issue, and that's that kind of partnership that we have is, and that's why we're a big believer on keeping our product off of Amazon, and I do that on a regular basis. I review it to make sure that somehow it doesn't find its way onto Amazon and those types of things, because we want people to support chiropractic
So
and healthcare professionals.
in your biggest customers or most successful customers, like where have you seen them using this in what aspect, whether it's marketing, in the office for treatment, or is it a combination of all that?
Yeah, so really the best practice that we see, and we kind of help. This is part of what we do. We certainly specialize in topical pain relief, but we also we do consider ourselves an extension of your team, to where we can provide a resource of marketing, patient education, and also look at complementary brands and products that work with kind of side by side with what we teach and what we do.
Okay.
So with us, so the quick, easy way to do it is make sure you have the pumps for in-clinic use, and find high value, effective ways to build it in. Don't just do it for the sake of slapping it on somebody during a visit.
Right.
Just make sure that it's part of that layered treatment that you're providing throughout that visit. It's adding value, and you're educating the patient on why you're using it, or why you're asking them if they'd be okay with using some Stopain Clinical today. Hand out a packet, the gel packets, basically, and you'll see here, I'll show you. Hand out these during the first visit.
Yeah.
Give one or more. You can give multiple. Encourage them to give to family, friends who are also in pain or have arthritis or muscle and joint pain. So that way, that becomes a potential referral, word of mouth referral for you.
Yeah. It's a great giveaway too. I love that.
Yeah. So it's a nice little token, nice prize it's, hey, you mentioned this, put this on later today or tomorrow when you experience some pain, and when you come back in, I can talk to you about our larger sizes. They may help with some of the other things that you're dealing with, or a family member is dealing with. So if you're doing those two things, and you're putting your clinic on our website, where we have we call it a clinic locator, where to buy.
Even better.
So patients or end users come to our website looking for Stopain Clinical because they can't find it on Amazon. So they put in a zip code, and as long as you're on our website, they will see your address, your website, your phone number, and hopefully become a potential patient for you. So if you do those three things, and then make sure, if you're running events or driving by a fire department, drop off samples, and we can help support those types of things.
Awesome. I love the fact that you can get labeled on your website. That helps with optimization and just other ways for people to find you. And can you embed your links onto, like, if I have my own website, can I embed your link onto there, or is it strictly through your website?
You could, if they're already on your website, I would keep them there. We can help provide content to help support, pain relief and topics related to Stopain Clinical, and invite them to stay in, and or stop in. But we can also help you, like, we can create, I like old school traditional, like, kind of, I call it like filling in the cracks. Everybody's out there doing SEO and they're experts on it, and all that technology stuff. I actually like to, we find creative ways. This is like, think of a hotel key card holder. So we have a practice building tool so we partner with you on, you have the sample packets, you put them in here, you put in a business card, and then you hand them out. And
I love the simplicity of it. It's old school and it works.
Yeah.
It's
So
great for local events, or if you're giving a talk, you can hand those out as well and get your card and some kind of immediate response. And that's what people like. Like, you're dealing to the emotional aspect of a patient quickly by at least addressing the pain, and then being able to move them into a lifestyle practice, which is great. These are great tools. Thank you.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. Thank you. And we can help with content, like social media as well. Like, we have a I didn't mention this yet, but we have a formula specific, really the only topical gel formula for migraine and headache. So it's a topical gel that goes behind the ears and suboccipital with light massage.
That's great.
And it has it's a different formula ingredients for headache and migraine. And what you'll find, I mean, this is an unfortunate statistic, but over 40 million people in the US alone suffer from migraines, and it's disproportionately impacts women. So they don't always come in to a chiropractic clinic. They might come in for something else. Let's say they come in for, lower back pain, but they don't even think to mention, yeah, I do struggle with migraines or headaches, or I know.
Work weeks at a time from
Yeah. So they just don't think of it. So we can help educate, and we do that with our marketing. We actually do a lot of our market focused on educating consumers about what chiropractors, the services you provide, and migraine headache is one of those that we're really trying to get the word out, because it's a new formula for us. I mean, relatively new. We have research study on it, Thomas Jefferson Medical Center, but I think that marriage of chiropractic and this product can really help a lot of people. And again, not just with temporary relief, but the underlying cause through all the services that chiropractors provide.
Love it. Love it. That's great. Well, I mean, this is not direct digital technology, but this is definitely technology. And you guys are, consistently formulating, changing. I love the migraine product and all the marketing perspective. Even on social media, I was just thinking that, you could tag yourself, when you're putting up your own posts and talking about patients and stuff, you can tag Stopain Clinical and
absolutely
leverage that whole social media engine there. So, this is awesome. We'll put the information below. And if you're not using a product like this, just to add value to the services that you're offering and clinical success, because I can see where it can be used in all the soft tissue work and rehab exercises, and patients just leaving with that. I'm thinking like the peppermint patty feel. But I've tried this product. I love it. It feels great. And, because I'm always beating myself up with whatever activities I'm doing. So thank you for your time, Paul. I appreciate you sharing this, and we'll make sure we share everything below so that our Genesis Nation can find out about you and get this stuff in their clinics and connecting with the marketing and the clinical aspects. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
All right.